This is DIY-Mushroom-Tek with Chapter 2.7.1. We will discuss how I dry my fresh mushrooms after a harvest. Since this project is multi-layered, I decided to take an unusual approach. I produced this video in a way that it can also be used as a printout. That means you can use it offline, or even just print some single pages of it. All the design that are shown can also be downloaded. Hey. My name is Daniel, I am from Germany, and I will be your host. This video contains 3 parts. First, I will give you an overview. Second, we will investigate the process in detail. Third, we will end with the bill of materials. Before we start, I did put a lot of work into this lecture series. I hope you enjoy it. Maybe you want to consider to buy me a coffee? There is a serious reason why I ask. In life there is balance everywhere. Summer and winter, day and night, hot and cold, and so on. It's obviously natural that taking and giving is also a polarity that needs to be in balance. Only when there is balance can we, as humans, achieve harmony and genuine happiness. That means, if you take something for example from the internet, you should also give something back. Please check for yourself if your life is in balance. If you want, you can support me with a donation. That would be great. You could also support any other good project. Send someone a smile, leave somewhere a nice comment, or just be joyous and spread some love. Let us start with the recipe for drying mushrooms. Take the mushrooms you want to harvest. Decide what you want to harvest. I use all the parts that extend the wood mycelium and generate spores. Cut the mushroom into pieces. Pre-dry them with an herb dryer. Dehydrate them electrically. Vacuum seal them for storage. Let us look into the process in detail. Choose the mushrooms you want to harvest. I use all the overgrowth. I never use grain or wood mycelium for any end product. I use all the parts that extend the wood and create spores. Use an anvil garden trimmer and an electric freeze meat knife. Pre-dry directly after harvest with an herb dryer. I have them in different sizes. Shake them daily. Measure your humidity content before moving on to electric dehydration. Fill up the grids. Filter out the small pieces you do not want in your dehydrating machine. Fill up the dehydrator. Find your sweet point about maximal loading. I normally go for 10 hours and 40 degrees Celsius. It depends on the initial condition. After dehydrating I measure the final water content. Take one grid and measure its white. You will need the veil later for labeling your bag. You also can use the data to improve your production process. Take a bag for vacuum sealing and seal up one end. Cut the bag to the desired length, according to your chosen load. Fill the bag up. Make sure that there is some empty space left at the top. Position the bag in the sucking section of the vacuum sealer. Wait for vacuum and sealing of the bag. Label the bag. The scale shows the wrong value. You need to measure before. Ready. Over and out? Not yet. If you did not slice the mushroom directly, you can also do it afterwards. I use a universal kitchen slicking machine for this purpose. Normally I cut my bread with it. Here you see some lion's mane mushroom that I cut into slices. Processing of reishi is not good with this machine. Use a woodcutter. Prepare your layers for dehydration. Dehydrate your batch. You do not need a vacuum sealer. You can also use kitchen plastic bags. They work fine. I prefer zip bags. Clips also do work. I mainly use the vacuum sealing machine. This bill of material will be short. As you have seen already all the equipment I use, I will not display it again. All things are easily sourced or borrowed from good friends or neighbors. But I do highly recommend that you get access to an electric dehydration machine. You did put a lot of work into getting a harvest. You should now protect it. That's it. Please share how do you dry your mushrooms. Write some nice comments. Make this world a better place. In the next chapter we will investigate how to create powder. Powder is very practical, because it is much easier to be consumed. Your body and your health will be happy when it gets some reishi powder. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you learned something new. Auf Wiedersehen. Until next time. Happy dehydrating.